Hey, I'm Ron Corbin, broker here at Meridian Realty.
And I am Heather Coley, real estate agent here at Meridian Realty.
And we were just chatting a little bit about the shift we're seeing in the marketplace. The last couple of years, we've been working with a lot of investors. And I know you, Heather, you've been working with investors.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've been starting to see recently is a shift from investors more to families. Are you seeing the same kind of thing?
Yeah, I have been seeing very similar things. In fact, I'm closing a house tomorrow that a family is buying that is going to be a really good deal for them. And then I even had a phone call over the weekend of another lady that was calling and saying, I think I can get a house now and buy it for cheaper than I can rent it.
Absolutely.
So,
you mentioned that. I'm working with a family now who is over in Fayetteville, and they're on 6 acres, nice place.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not quite big enough for the family. They got 2 boys, and the boys like to do their thing, and they were contemplating, do we make a move? Do we hold tight because the market's down? And they started looking at the numbers, and what they saw was that they could take their house that they're living in now
mm-hmm.
and rent it out, because they didn't want to sell it. They didn't want to lose money in the market.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that in a minute too. So they wanted to rent their house out now and then move up to a larger home. So when they looked at the numbers, they were looking at, they could really afford a $500,000 house now,
mm-hmm.
because the $500,000 houses they're looking at used to be $1 million properties,
mm-hmm.
or $700,000, $800,000 houses. And now with the interest rates as low as they are, it just makes sense for them to go ahead and make their move and do it now and lock in all that equity they'll
mm-hmm.
soon have, in the coming years. So
right, and it's so easy now to rent your house out
mm-hmm.
because there is such a huge demand for rentals.
Right.
And it's a little different these days, because in the past, when you had a house that you were trying to rent, it was only to
mm-hmm.
the renter market. But now you have really good families that have had some kind of hardship maybe come along, where they've had to short
right.
sell, or maybe they foreclosed, and they would make excellent renters. Because I'm thinking of one family right now in particular that they are just looking for a good rental house to be able to move their family, because they want to keep their kids in the same school district where they're at, and there's just so few good rentals out there. So if that is a solution where you can take advantage of this market and
mm-hmm.
really go out there and find you a nice house. And Ron and I know of companies that are excellent property management companies, where if you don't want to be the hands-on landlord
yeah.
and have to go collect the rent and deal with the tenants. These companies will screen the tenants and, do background checks, credit checks, to make sure that it's not someone that makes, a
mm-hmm.
living out of going from house to house and taking advantage
sure.
of landlords.
Sure.
So,
and even if you don't want to go into the whole rental scene,
mm-hmm.
and you do just want to go ahead and sell your house and just have be done with it, if you're moving up in the marketplace,
mm-hmm.
not sideways or down, if you're moving up, you'll take a hit on the property you're in.
True.
But if you're moving into that,
mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, $500,000 plus price
right.
range, you're going to get so much more that the
mm-hmm.
spread
right.
from what it used to be and what it is now is so much better. That
Yeah,
you're
just
gain
makes up
a
for
whole
it.
lot more. You make up
right. mm-hmm.
maybe in multiples of what you would lose at your other house.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's a very good solution for some folks, because
well,
everybody out here wants to take advantage of the market.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just they feel stuck. So, that is one really good solution, is offering. And some of these renters that are out here do have a little bit of money in their pocket to where they could put a significant amount of money down.
If you've got somebody that's been going through a short sale or a foreclosure
mm-hmm.
last year or so, and
they haven't been making a payment.
That's right. They've got some money saved up. So,
true.
It is a good time. Well, we've got a lot more solutions, and we can probably talk about those in another episode. So
mm-hmm.
thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks.